in my kitchen. Tonight I'm making enchiladas and beans and rice, and I thought I'd bring you along with me. So we're going to make my mom's enchiladas that I grew up eating all the time, that she learned from her Mexican friends and when she lived in California. So they're authentic Mexican enchiladas. So I'm really excited too. I was going to figure out where to set this. I was gonna double the recipe, but then when I looked at it, I thought I needed 10 tortillas for some reason, but I need 18, and I don't have double the amount of tortillas, so I can't double the recipe. So I'm just gonna make one version of the recipe. I already grated my cheese earlier. I'm gonna set that to the side. Got my tortillas. I'm gonna start out by cooking up the beef. Don't mind the messy kitchen. This is what real life looks like. Okay, oil. Gonna do, I'd already thawed out 2 pounds of beef, so I'm just going to cook them both up and then either just like refrigerate 1 pound and get tortillas, and then like make the other one tomorrow and finish the process so I can freeze one. I was going to freeze a set of enchiladas for postpartum or for whenever I'm just not feeling it making dinner, or I'll probably just freeze a pound of ground beef cooked and then put it all together another day when I do more postpartum meals. I'm looking for container. Set it in. Okay. So I'm gonna get this started. The recipe calls for 1 pound of ground beef. That's why I'm doing 2, because I was planning on doubling it, and I don't have a spatula. Let me clean a spatula real fast. All right, now that I've cleaned a spatula, I'm gonna get these in the pan to start cooking, and then we're gonna get started on the rice. Right now, I just get my beef from Costco. And one of these days, I hope to buy beef in bulk from a local rancher. Wash your hands. It's a little dry, so I'm going to add some more oil. Right now I'm just using coconut oil. As soon as I run out, I plan to transfer to beef tallow. It'll be really cool. I'm excited for that transfer. I think I'll still occasionally get coconut oil because I like the coconut taste. So I'm going to let that cook up, and I am going to get my Instant Pot out for the rice. You can cook Mexican rice in a regular pan, an iron skillet, or really anything. Seriously, I'm choosing an Instant Pot for convenience. So, and however much rice I have is how much rice I'll make. in here. So, I need to get more rice clearly. It's the end of the month, and the end of the month is that time, that awkward week where it's like the groceries are less than due. I haven't gone for my monthly grocery run yet, so for October. All right. 1. Oh, I guess I will do 2. I don't know if I should do the rest of it or not, but just won't bother with it. How many ounces is this? 14. All right. We're gonna rinse this. We're gonna rinse this up. Nice. This is 2 pounds. I just have long grain Japanese rice. Probably for Mexican rice, you're probably supposed to use short grain, I think. I can't remember. I read the recipe, tried to memorize it because it's on my phone and I'm recording with my phone. So we are going to just rinse this. Basically, you can just use whatever rice you have on hand. I've used Japanese rice to make Mexican rice all the time. But I'm letting that rinse. Okay, that's good. And alrighty. So that's 2 cups of rice. Oh, I think I was supposed to start this on saute. Like I said, the recipe's on my phone. And I'm supposed to get it up hot first. Whoops. I might have to turn it off real fast to check my recipe. Because you're supposed to put it on saute, heat up oil, put in your onion or whatever, put in your rice, cook it up, and then all that jazz. So I'll take this back out and do that bit. Ah. Get all that back out. I'm supposed to use olive oil, but I do not have olive oil. So, like I said, it's the end of the month. We're just gonna saute it for 3 minutes. No, it's supposed to saute for longer. We're gonna do 10. Get 10 on there. See if I have olive oil. I don't think so. We're just gonna use regular oil. That'll work too. Get that in there. Start getting the rice on. Beef all cooked up. Season the beef while I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna do some chili powder. Yeah. Some more chili powder. Hey, what's up? Some garlic. Sit. Okay, you can sit. Garlic. Heavily seasoning it because it's one of the only things you really season in this recipe. Some salt. Not too much. Oh, I'm gonna need the garlic for it. Well, no, not for the rice. Oh yeah, for the rice. You need help? Yes. Okay. All right, we're back. So, whoa, that got hot real fast. Going to cook up the rice a little bit until it's a little brown. Now we should be, don't know where I should have made my sauce beforehand. Whoa, interesting. My tomato sauce, but we'll just do it in the last minute, you know what I mean? All right. Whew. Great to be bending down like that. At 7 months pregnant. Okay, some tomato sauce here. And I got onions. There's our cheese. I have a towel on it just to keep the bugs away from it. But so I don't actually have tomato sauce. So I am going to be blending up tomato chunks real fast. You can see how organized I am while I'm making dinner. So organized. Okay. Feels so very different when you're recording yourself, you know? You're very conscious of what you're doing. Then you have to explain it. But I'm keeping an eye on the meat because I think it's almost cooked. Yeah. Just about. Get that all nice. Chop it up. Okay, there we go. All right. Some tomato sauce, blending it up. There we go. And the recipe for the rice calls for 8 ounces of tomato sauce. And now we have that done. I'm gonna move this out of our way. That's enough tomato sauce for both of what we're doing. And turn that off. And we're gonna stir it up. Oh. A little rice got stuck to the bottom, but that's okay. We can put some more oil in there if we want. So it's not completely stuck. It changes the consistency when it's coconut oil and not olive oil. So that's a bit of a difference, but we're just gonna roll with it. There we go. Calls for 8 ounces of tomato sauce, which is 1 cup, for anyone wondering. We got tomato sauce. There we go. And then it called for 2 cups of like vegetable broth or chicken broth. I don't have that. I have Better Than Bouillon like chicken. What is this called? What would you call this? What is the name of this? This Better Than Bouillon like paste that you can use, and then you add water. So that's what I'm using. It's like a it's a teaspoon to 8 ounces, and it calls for 2 cups. So I'm gonna do 2. Oh wait, that was teaspoon. Okay, yeah. Then we're all set there. This is raw, so we keep this in the fridge. One time I accidentally put it in the cupboard without realizing it. So awkward. Awkward. It wasn't awkward. It was sad because it was brand new. I had just opened it and used it once. Put that in there. 2 cups of water. 2 cups of water. And then we're gonna add our seasonings, which is chili powder. We're gonna put in our tomato bouillon. You can't have Mexican rice without tomato bouillon, and so many recipes don't call for it. But trust me, it will not taste as good like authentic Mexican rice. Do I measure this? Not necessarily. I put like a tablespoon in there. In the recipe with 2 cups. We'll do that. We'll do some salt. There we go. And we'll stir this up. And we're gonna get this on. I'm gonna put it on for 5 minutes. What is rice? Rice is 12. The recipe I got on said 4 minutes and then you let release for 10. I'm gonna do 5 because I don't remember it being 4 minutes the last time I did it. Okay. There we go. That is all good. I'm gonna put the lid on and set that to the side. And we have that going. Now something I like to do while I'm cooking, I like to clean up. So, I'm gonna clean up. Cleaning up while you're like cooking or in between helps so much by the end of it. Okay, so now I'm gonna get the camera in a little closer, and we are going to cook. We're gonna get the enchiladas going, and I also just realized I need a pan, and it's upstairs. Okay, so we're gonna start doing is cooking the tortillas. Well, actually, I lied. What we're gonna start doing is taking half the beef and putting it away for later because I wanted to make double the recipe. Oof. Oh, that's hot. I'm going to make double the recipe for postpartum. All right, that's about half. Yeah. Okay, there's that. And we're going to put that in the back and put this in the front. We're going to put this in the sink. Okay. And I'm going to load up my pan here. Oil, because this is where we're going to cook the tortillas. All right. That's going to be set to the side. Got our tomato sauce. I'm going to go grab the pan. So for this next part, I got my pan. I'm going to turn on my oil, get that steaming hot. Get this over here. Okay, got my recipe. I have 18 tortillas, a can of olives. Those are for refried beans. I have my onions, and I have my tomato sauce. Okay. I need to add 2 cups of tomato sauce to the beef. I know how to do this, and yet I'm reading the instructions just in case. Fold in half, stand them next to each other. Pour the remaining sauce over the enchiladas, top with cheese. Bake at 350 for about 20 minutes. Lay the meat sauce mixture on them, top with onions, cheese, and 2 olives for each. Okay. Alright, we got our cheese over here. It's still hiding. I'm probably not going to use all that cheese, so I'm going to end up putting it in the freezer, what I don't use. Okay, so I'm going to do a little assembly line. Starting with the top. And it says to put 2 cups of tomato sauce. I had frozen some tomato sauce from the last time I did a recipe, and I thought I should use that up because it was all wonky. It didn't freeze like very straight as I wanted it. And there we go. toss out the trash. Okay, so I need 2 cups of tomato sauce to go in my meat mixture. Mix all that up. I'm tempted to just toss the onions in there so then I don't have to put the onions in separately. My mom would use the counter and clean off the counter, and then we would put all the tortillas, like after they've been oiled, and put them on the counter. Then we put the meat mixture, the onions, the olives. But I might honestly just toss the onions in with the meat mixture. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna toss about half my bag. I don't love so much onions, so many onions in my food. Okay, and I'm gonna put these back in the freezer. Okay, so now that we have that, I'm just gonna save myself some time with the onions on that. I'm gonna get my olives open. Now my oil is still getting hot. My olives open, if I can. When I was a kid, I loved olives so much, and I would try and sneak olives from my mom. She would let us have like 1 or 2. She would say, you can have 1 olive, you can have 2 olives, because this recipe calls for a can, and so she didn't want us to just be eating olives left and right. They're still delicious. Baby girl, you want an olive?
Yes.
Gotta keep some traditions alive.
Olive.
You want an olive?
Yeah.
Take 2. Here we go. Yummy. I think our oil's hot enough. Alright, you better go back and play in the living room so you don't get oil on you. Thank you. And my tongs are dirty. I'm gonna clean my tongs. I promise you I do my dishes. I just have like 1 of everything for the most part. Okay, so we're not cooking the tortillas. We are just dipping them in oil and getting them like flimsy. That's it. One side, bing, bang, boom. Like, we're just doing back and forth. Not cooking them, just getting them pliable, I guess. Bendy. It cannot cook. It's a very important step to remember. Do not cook the tortillas. Leave them in just for, oh, that's fun. Leave them in for just a sec. All right, there's that. More olives. Okay, you can have 1 more. Okay, can you go play in the living room? I don't want you to get splashed by oil. Thank you. Bye-bye. Yeah. In a little bit. In a little bit. Wait until mommy's done. We have the fan on because it's very warm today.
Okay.
Oh. Trying to see?
Yes.
Okay, I'm gonna get these going while they cook. Try and multitask a little bit. So I have my tortilla, and then spread them out like this. Like I said, my mom would use her counter, but I don't have that much counter space, so I cannot do that. So I am limited to what I've got, and it works, so it's great. You do what works for you. Okay. Get all of this in each one. That was a little too much. You want to do a healthy amount, but not like so much that you don't have enough to go around. Alright, and then 2 olives in each one. I'll give you more in a little bit. Mommy has to use them for dinner. And we're putting a little cheese. No. Wait until Mommy's done. If I have extras. I'll see if I have extras. I'm almost done. We're gonna put cheese on them. My mom always used a Mexican blend. That's usually what you're supposed to use. I don't have a Mexican blend. Clearly, I thought about this recipe for days and planned it. So I'm just using cheddar and Monterey. So this is proof that you can do whatever you want. And then I'm going to fold these to the side, just like this, to make room for the other ones coming in. And if you're wondering, yes, I've been washing my hands every 10 seconds. When you cook, it's the way it goes, right? Some more tortillas going. Sauce. 2 olives. Oh, just licked my fingers. Well, we're not having guests over, it's just us. If we were, I would not do that. Those videos you see where people like make dinner in a dishwasher and then the comments are always like, this is why I don't do church potluck. Facts. But okay, I'm gonna get cheese in here and put that together. Ah. On there. Flattering at me through this. They were frozen. I always put my tortillas in the freezer. We don't go through them fast enough. And I buy in bulk most of the time, so I don't have to go to the grocery store a million times, even though I live in town. But I buy in bulk nonetheless. And that wasn't cooked quite enough. Need some more oil. So most of my stuff goes in the freezer. Olives. Okay. I'm gonna get these tortillas. That one's actually not very cooked. Just gonna get these puppies. Do this, so I'm not like, there we go. Everything's gonna be so oily when I'm done, because I have to swap from thing to thing so fast. And I'm almost done with my tortillas, which is exciting. Ah! I lost some. Is that even an onion? Looks like a deformed bunny. Alright. Put that in there. 2 olives. And then cheese. Cheese. Lots and lots of cheese. Sprinkled on each one. Tortilla before it goes. That's actually like the beautiful thing about having such a tiny kitchen, is I can do everything all right here. I don't have to like, nothing's like super far away. So hey, pros and cons, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, pros and cons. Also, because of the oil on the tortilla, I did not oil my pan. How many do I have here? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. Do it that way, and then we'll do these this way. So we'll do that. So they're arranged. Woo. The nice thing about this is when you're all done, you can clean up everything while it's cooking in the oven, and then everything's cleaned up by the time it's done, and then when it's done, you just have this one pan. Okay. I moved the camera a little bit, make sure it was getting it all. Oh, yay. Okay, we're almost done with tortillas. I'm going to turn that off. And I'm going to turn my oven on 350. Getting that started at 350. Make sure my pans are all out of the oven. Scooch. And I have lots of leftover olives. It's going to be super happy. She heard me. No joke, I actually think she legit heard me say that. And I'm gonna save that for my refried beans. That pan. Probably drain a little bit of the oil. I don't want that much oil. 2 olives. Yes. These. Yes. Ah. They can also fall apart really easily. I'm getting them in the pan. Okay. Yes. Yes. And now we're just gonna fill up the rest of these. Yes. Come get some. In the middle. You're welcome. Yummy, yummy. Oh, don't play with that container. No, no, no. Put that back, please. That has sharp stuff in it. Ouch. No. Now I'm wondering if she's asking about something else entirely. And not what I thought. Alright, go poop. Do this. Just the rest of the sauce. Some more cheese. I'm gonna tuck this one in over here. Alright. I'm gonna put some extra olives in here. Just for the heck of it. Because we have extras. Just get those in there. And we'll eat the rest. Oh, hey, Ben. Okay, now pouring tomato sauce over the enchiladas. Just like, probably just like another can, another 2 cups or whatever. Just whatever you have. Me, I had 2 cups in here and I ended up using it all. You just like cover it up like that. Usually use a thing, but I'm using my fingers like a barbarian apparently. And then more cheese. On top, I don't want it to be too cheesy, so I'm not gonna coat it. I'm just putting, there's pins in there, she can't play with that. Just putting a little bit like this. All right, I'm gonna cover this with tin foil. Okay, I'm gonna cover this with tin foil and bake at 350 for 20 minutes or until the cheese is well melted.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Okay.
okay. Just realized the rice was going. Forgot about it. Oven's preheated. I'm just gonna stick it in. Oh, and it just turned on, so we're good. I'm gonna put that in and set my timer for 20 minutes and clean up. Alrighty, now for the refried beans. That is very oily and hot. I'm going to drain some of this oil. Not too much, there we go. Not all of it. Turn that back on. All I did was cook the tortillas in there, so it's totally fine. Be used for the beans. I'm just going to use canned beans because that's what I have on hand and make myself some refried beans. I'm not going to drain them because I want to use that water to help smush them up. So I'm not going to drain them. Watch that. Oh, but I did get bean juice everywhere. These are my everything towels that I throw in the laundry at the end of the day. It's my smusher. Got my smusher. Turn my pan on. Got my rice that's on. Alright, rice is done. Enchiladas are in the oven. Almost done. And now we get our beans on. Depending on how much of this bean juice I saw this video where like animals got stuck in cans, and now I feel like I need to smush my cans like that before I throw them away. But I'm gonna just smush these down. I'll probably drain the next one. Yeah, I don't need that much bean juice. Draining this. All that drained. All right, dump that in. And put a little salt on the beans because they are unsalted. Go. the beauty of refried beans is that's all you're doing. You're just taking beans and you're frying them up. My mom would always do this with freshly made beans, but I just had cans on hand, so, and it's time effective more time effective for me. I said that weird. So a lot of this water is going to evaporate and stuff by smashing it and getting it, because I want these all smushed. I don't like it when there's chunks of bean in my refried beans. I like it when it's super smushed, like baby food, basically, just personally. You can even take this a step further, and like they do in Mexican restaurants, you could put a layer of cheese on top. I already put so much cheese on the enchiladas that I don't want to do that. So I'm just going to stick to this. Also, I forgot to mention earlier, I don't have cilantro on hand. Usually that goes in your, that'll go in the rice afterwards, but I don't have any. So I won't be putting any cilantro in there. Plus, my kiddo does not like cilantro. I think it tastes like salt to her. Turn that down. I think it tastes like soap. I think it tastes like soap to her. She had cilantro a couple times and like almost gagged. Not because of it being a leaf, because of the taste. She spit it out and was like, "That's nasty." So I think she has that genetic thing where it tastes like soap. A lot of that will evaporate, but we're gonna salt it. And then I'm gonna do all the dishes before dinner so they can be all done and I can get her to bed earlier. And I can have a relaxing night. I like all my dishes to be done before I go to bed, but, oh, I realized there was salt in here too. Whoops, better not do anymore. This was my pepper. I love my pepper grinder broke. I need to buy a new one, so I've been using that. Okay. I'm just frying these on low. Anyways, I like them to be done, but they don't always get done, especially baby boy here. I've been like so exhausted. So tired. Entering my third trimester, I've been feeling it. I also haven't I tend to just overdo it and then take a break for a day and then overdo it again. So I need to even that out a little bit more. Okay, we're gonna let this finish cooking. The enchiladas are going. I'm going to finish cleaning up while all of this is finished cooking. It's all done and looking delicious. It smells a little bit different because I didn't have the Mexican blend of cheese, and the cheese was taking a really long time to melt for some reason, so I just got it out. And then I'll cover it back up, but time to plate. Yes. Can get some beans on here. Get some rice.
Some rice? Oh.
And there it all is.
Boys.
Well, dinner has been consumed. Half of it's been put away. I'm gonna let that cool down a little bit before I put it in the fridge. Apparently it was the best batch I ever made, according to my husband, so it was a win-win. Just gonna put everything else away and rest, and then put my kiddo to bed. If you make this, let me know, and I hope you enjoyed these videos. I hope you have a good night.